I'm now going to demonstrate the use of the MiloSlick software with the Malacam Xterminator. Actually, it's an XT828, it's an upgrade of the X2, which essentially is just like the Xterminator. And so I use the Xterminator settings. I am looking at the Crab Nebula, integrating for 20 seconds. And instead of using a 0.45, which brings out some of the detail, but your background brings up the sensitivity of the background as well, I'm going to use the 1.0, which darkens the background. In order to bring the image back out, the next thing I do is go to video. I don't jump to image. You need to do them in order: camera, video, frame, image. I go video, and you can kind of watch your real-time histogram. It's affected by each of the tabs. Video, I've sort of pre-adjusted this, but let me just reset it. What you want is your brightness to go down to get the background dark. You can run your contrast up to pull more out. Back your brightness down. Again, you want to get this right to the left. But you want your background to be as dark as you can while still having some of the image. Okay, get a little bit more. There we go. Then I go, in this particular case, you can do frame stacking, and I'm going to correct for image shift. I want to pick a guide star. That would be good, just a little small guy there. You can click on the eye to see it. I'm going to do an arithmetic sum of 5 exposures, begin the stacking. And then as it begins to stack, I will actually use the final image adjustment to adjust the image further. But I am using a Celestron C8 with a f6.3 reducer on the back and a 0.5x reducer on the nose of the Malacam Xterminator. The combination of all that gives me about an f4.4 reduction due to the distances between the different reducers. Alright, I'm about to stack my first image. This shows the first image, or stack the second image with it. Now that really it begins to bring out the detail of the image. And I'm going to do 5 exposures, and as the images begin to stack, I am going to then apply the final image adjustments to it. And these are somewhat like, are you familiar with the histogram, where this will be your left black level, and this will boost your middle, and then you got your upper end. Alright, so we've got 3 stacked so far. I can get rid of some of this little background here by enabling, and I use the levels. That's the one that I've settled in on. And I can make the background just a little bit darker now. Bring out a little more of the detail, as you can see here, and maybe expand on that just a little bit by pulling that in. I get a little bit of the glow, amp glow, but that's okay. I'm really focused on the image here. So now we're up to 5 of the images. Just adjust that background a little bit more, maybe back this down just a little. There we go. I have overexposed at about 4 was pretty good, but even so, you can see that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is come back just for illustrative purposes. I'm going to drop this to 4 exposures. And again, you can see that I've got my video. I have to turn them all off to start. You start with your video, get your background dark. Then I keep the contrast up, pull out the detail. And now stacking. Leave my stacking going. And now it's going to align and stack, in case there was any slight shifts between each of the images. Now I'm pulling out the detail more. And this is not active yet. I will work with this as the images get stacked. Here comes my 3rd image now. I'm not using a filter. I'm just using just the focal reducers, and I'm in my backyard near a city with sky glow. But the Crab Nebula is really beginning to, the details coming out more. I'm about to get my 4th stack. There we go. I think I'll take a snapshot of that. Now I can bring out a little more detail. Oops, you've got to enable this to do that. Bring out a little more of the detail there. Get my background black. You can watch. You don't want to run this up too much. You'll run you'll affect your content too bad. There we go. That's pretty good. A little more of the detail, and a little bit more there. All right, that's pretty good. And now basically it's doing a running sum of the 5 images. So I'm going to capture, and that gives you an idea of how you can use the frame stacking depending on the object that you're using. And of course the Extreme is a very sensitive camera that allows you to do this.